Hi everyone, and it's Anthony here with your Twin Flame energy update for this coming week. So we're on the 26th of November up until I do believe 2nd or 3rd of December. Guys, before I get started, I would just like to thank you all for being patient with me. I know it's been a couple of weeks since I've come out with anything, but for those of you who don't know, I lost a friend of mine, which it was a very difficult 2 weeks really. It all happened very fast, and it was actually the night of my last energy update. As soon as I uploaded the reading, I got the phone call that night to say that he'd been given days to live, which was a shock because none of us knew what was going on. And so it all happened, you know, he died within 5 days of me finding that out. I went to go and give him a kiss and a cuddle goodbye, and it was just very hard. It was very sad. And I just didn't really have anything in me to give these last 2 weeks. So I took time out, and now I am back full force, people, because you know what? Having all this happened, right, and I've got to tell you, November's been absolutely shite, if I'm honest with you, really bad. But what's happened is that I've started to feel like a feather, ironically speaking, but it was really heavy. It was really heavy, and I have been internalizing a lot with regards to what happened few weeks prior to my friend dying, and then my friend dying, and it was very heavy and very sad and very just blah. But I've actually worked on myself a hell of a lot, and I know that I need time out for me. I know what it is I need to do for me now, and it's just all sort of came to a head. And what I've done is I've cleared so much crap out of my life, and I have gone through another transition, and I actually feel very light now, very, very, very light. So things have happened, like even with technology, things have died, coming off Facebook, clearing out all the rubbish. It's almost as if the universe has basically just pushed me into this newness, which is needed to happen. And because of that, things have been developing. Now, with Twin, things have been progressing amazingly well with Twin and I, because I saw him last weekend. He actually came down the day that my friend died, and thank God for my twin, because he was my rock. He was my rock. He was just so loving, so compassionate, so understanding. And I've started to see more transformation in him too, all right? Whereby he is actually, not only is his heart expanding to the point where I didn't even think it would be possible, but it is possible because I've now seen it with my own eyes, right? But he's becoming this love. I don't know how to put it into words, but he is coming into this self-love, and I'm seeing this transition in him. I'm seeing this transformation. It's been over a few months now. And what's happening is, not only is he addressing his heart, all right, and living in his heart space, but how he is outwardly with people, I'm seeing a transformation. He's not actually scared to voice his truth now, right? And I have witnessed him with this self-development over time. And last week we were with a group of friends, a couple of my friends, and one of the guys, right, asked my twin, what is the situation with you and Anth? And he said, I'll tell you what the situation is. He said, me and Anth are twin souls. Right? He said, however, you know, he goes, I like how things are between us now, but Anth wants the whole shebang, like marriage and kids. So I looked at him and I smiled and I said, well, I don't know too much about the children. I said, but I said, yeah, I do. And he said, yeah, I know. He said, but, you know, I like things how they are now. And I said, oh, okay. So, you know, we sort of like, we're talking about our past and sort of telling this guy about really our journey, if you like, but together. And anyway, a few hours later, we were on our own. And I said to him, so, twin souls. I said, what do you know about this twin soul thing then, eh? Because he doesn't know what I am doing. He knows that I do the readings and everything like that, but he doesn't know that I'm helping people with the twin flame journey. In fact, we've never discussed it, but it's twice now that he's come out with this off his own back. So I said to him, so what's this twin soul thing about then, babe? And he said, that's what we are. And I said, are we? He said, yes. I said, okay. I said, so what's the difference between a twin soul and a twin flame? Just to see what, you know, what he'd come out with. And he said, oh, twin flame. He went, that's lovely. And I said, yeah. He said, right, that's exactly what we are. He said, that's what I want to call us from now on. We're twin flames. So I just laughed and said, okay, that sounds great to me. And my friend said to me, are you not going to tell him anything? And I said, no, not right now. I said, because I am loving, witnessing, coming into his own conclusion, all off his own back. It is absolutely mind-blowing to watch my twin just coming into this realization all on his own. And he phoned me last night. He's actually traveled to Korea. And he phoned me last night because he knows that I've been feeling very low. And I didn't, you know, I haven't made a fuss of it. I've just sort of like kept myself to myself. And he phoned me and he said, I don't want you to feel low anymore. He says, I can't bear that you're feeling low. And he said, and I just wanted you to know that I want you to fly. He said, I've been very selfish for many years with you. And he said, and I don't want to be selfish anymore. He says, I want you to blossom and I want you to fly high. And he said, and I just wanted to let you know that I love you and I miss you so much. And that was at 2:15 this morning. And I was like, wow, like, you know, this never happened between and I before. So I'm telling you this, guys, because I may say things that may seem a bit far-fetched in the twin world, all right? But let me tell you now, when you do your work, when you self-love, when you stick to your worth, when you are standing in your truth and you are communicating in truth, they do their work too. They step up and they rise with you. All right? Because twins, they rise together. So all the while you're focusing on them and you're obsessing over them and you're, you know, you're constantly monitoring them, nothing will happen. You've got to let it go and you've got to surrender and you've got to get on with your life. You've got to start your mission. You've got to start your self-love, your self-worth, your own direction, because the minute you do that, this is what happens. I'm living proof of it. So please don't doubt. If you're seeing your twin and there's nothing happening, there's a reason why nothing's happening. Ask yourself, are you actually really completely and utterly standing in your truth and your vulnerability and your authentic self? Are you really self-loving or are you still monitoring? Are you really loving or are you doubting? You have got to start looking inwards, all right? Because the minute you do, they rise and they come about on their own way and they wake. They are awakening. And when I've been saying they are awakening, I mean it. They are awakening. They are transforming. I am witnessing it daily. So please, 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 I still doubt. Don't get me wrong. I still have my moments, you know. I still loop myself. So I get that. I do get that. But we've got to stop it. We've got to stop it, okay? So, you know, if you're not really stepping up to the game, then step up, all right? Because the transformation, guys, is real. Their awakening process is real. Please trust me, all right? Now then, Keep the Faith has been coming into my head all day today. Michael Jackson's song, Keep the Faith. It's not about whether or not you're a Michael Jackson fan, not relevant at all, but what's relevant are the words in this song. So I want you guys to please listen to the lyrics of that song when you get a chance, because they're very relevant right now. It's time to spread our wings and fly, and that's been coming up 3 times this week. It's been said to me by 3 different people, Twin being one of them. Again, he's like in tune now with the universe. It's unbelievable. And the catalysts that I said were happening as well, they have been happening. I felt it was more the divine, but honestly I now, the divine masculines, but for me, maybe I was resonating with the masculine energy of that week, or the few weeks that I was doing it, but the catalysts have been going on in my life. But what's happened is my twin has stepped up to the mark without me even expecting him to. So the awakening has been happening because of these catalysts, and they will still be going on, you know, because the collective are actually waking up to such a high degree and at a much faster pace than what it ever has been, okay? So there is a lot going on in terms of the collective clearing out all of the toxics, clearing out all of the residue, coming into more of a higher vibrational energy, growing stronger, the light is getting brighter. So please trust that this is all, you know, it's all sort of happening every single day that we're living, you know. And then, yeah, more downloads are coming in. And there's been a lot of, the last 3 nights have been trees in my dream. Brilliant, lush, green trees. Absolutely beautiful, really tall, really strong. And I can see that it's growth. I can see the growth going on. And there was a white mansion in my dream. And I was going through the different rooms, which I know that are different aspects of your soul. And every single room was being renovated, which means that we are transitioning and we're getting rid of the old and into the new. And everything was new. So this is all completely new beginnings now, new chapters, okay? So this is relevant for all of us, all right? Okay, so I'm going to get into the reading. Now, I had to lay them out a bit differently, only because I couldn't reach across the table. But Divine Feminines, we've got the Judgment card, okay? So this is really now, this is our reawakening. We are now reawakening, and we are now coming into that new chapter of life, right? This is the whole process now. So we've just completed one, we're going into another. There's another cycle of awakening, which is what we've been going through, okay? And this is second chances now coming back, okay? So we're getting the chance now to do what we wanted to do. We're ready to take control of our lives and steer our lives into the direction that we want it to go in, okay? So this is just our process of what we've been going through already, okay? And with the 5 of Pentacles here, this is saying, you know, we have been feeling despondent, we have been feeling left out in the cold, we have been feeling that sense of unworthiness, you know. But this is what happens when you go through the transition. It's almost as if you need to go down to go up, all right? Because what you're doing is you're internalizing. And when you're feeling unworthy, it's because you need to go back to the roots of that unworthiness, and you need to put it into healing. So whatever situations are coming up at the moment, it's because we still need to address those issues, all right? Nothing to be afraid of. Confront them. Do whatever it is you need to do to put it into healing. If it's taking time out, which is what I needed to do, take time out. All right, but this is the energy that we've been feeling, which is why most of us have probably been feeling ill, run down, body aches, headaches. You know, we're digging through layers, all right? But the minute that you address situations, that's when you can start to rise out of it, all right? Because here we've got slow progress, but it's progression. So, you know, the Seven of Pentacles is things are moving slowly, but they're moving slowly but surely. Just because you're not physically seeing it, some of you are. I've had confirmation that some of you are, but for those of you who aren't, it's because you're not in control of it, you don't feel that anything's happening. But believe me, guys, things are happening. Things are happening behind the scenes, all right? You've got to trust that. But you've also got to realise that you've got to focus on you. All the while you're focusing on them, or your twins, or anything else that isn't about you, you're not standing in your truth and you're not being authentic. This is why you're not witnessing it daily, all right? Like I've said before, your only job is to love you. Your only job is to self-love, self-respect, self-worth. It all starts with you, okay? So take my story as an example. Take my story of what it is I've done to see the transformation in my twin. I haven't pursued him. I haven't tried to control the situation. I haven't been obsessing over him. I've basically got on with my life, started my mission. And when I've been, the more I've been rising, the more he has been. And I haven't needed to do anything, all right? So things are progressing slowly but surely. And there is the tree, it's the tree of growth, okay? Which matches, obviously, of course, my dreams too, okay? And you have got news coming to you. So this is good news coming now. It's en route. You're going to have, I'll put these two together because they jumped out together. But you are getting news now. You're going to get news which is going to aid you in new actions that you need to take, all right? It's going to be like what it is you've been waiting for. And it's going to be very positive. There's the sun. The sun's bright blessings. And it's ultimate achievement and great success. You can't go wrong with the sun because the sun is the ultimate light. Okay? So it's very positive news coming your way, which is going to put you in good stead. And it's what you've been waiting for. All right? And with the divine masculines here, they got the Fool. So the Fool is all about a completely new life cycle. This is a completely new life cycle whereby they are going in with a blank canvas. Because they've been working on themselves and because they've done a lot of self-development and they've really started to love themselves more and more and more, they are now starting a new life cycle, sort of like baggage free. They're leaving now their baggage because they realise that they don't need to carry it anymore. They don't need to start life holding everything, holding their past anymore, okay? And they are now at the very beginning of their new life chapter. And with that, they are charging forward with love. This is the Knight of Cups. And here they are, ready to offer their love. This is about them coming forward, bringing the love to their divine counterparts, because they are now so much more in their heart space than ever before, that they are literally just full of love. Trust me on that one, all right? So they are ready now for this love. They are ready, they're on their horse, they've got their cup of love in their hand, and they're ready to come and offer it, okay? Which is the news that we have been waiting on. Well, I say waiting on. It's more like, you know, it's there in the back of your heads, but getting on with life. But the divine masculines, look at that. Ace of Wands. This is passionate new beginnings. Passionate new beginnings. New actions. New chapters. Look at that. The Fool, Knight of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. You couldn't get 3 better cards, to be honest with you. So this is them. Good news on its way. New actions, new passion. And this is all because of the new life cycle and them being in their heart space. Okay? And the Two of Swords is them basically needing to make a decision now based on full faith and full trust. All right? They know what they want to do. They have come to that place in their lives where they know that they're needing to make a decision. There is still that element of possible fear attached, which is fine because the fear will kind of dilute itself anyway as time goes on and you become more into this union. The fear resolves, but this is where they're at the minute, and they know they're making a decision that they're going to have to base on their own intuition and their own trust, because they're not going to know where it's going to take them, but they're finally ready to take that leap of faith anyway. All right, because of what these three cards are telling me here. Okay. And then coming into the actual happenings of this week, we've got the Road, the Cross, and the Clover. Clover again. And the Road is all about the new directions now. This is the new journey of life. This is the new pathway in our lives, all right? And with the cross next to it, this is blessed. It's destined. And this is the divine, putting us back on track, on the right direction. So we're now back on track. We're back in the right direction, divinely guided, divinely protected. And we've got the Clover, which is luck. Pure luck and guidance and protection. Double whammy here. All right? So we are in that patch of amazing good luck. And if you think about it, with the transitions that have been happening anyway, even though it's been difficult for me, I understand that. But look what it's brought me with Twin. Okay? So there is lights at the end of all tunnels, believe me. And here we've got the flowers, the key, and the fish. So the flowers are an abundance of happiness, okay? Situations are going to be unlocked, which is like the key to success. You know, doors opening, all right? And it's with regards to money as well. So you're going to have successful outcomes with regards to money situations. And a great deal of happiness, okay? So whatever is being unlocked around you is going to bring you not only the divine luck and protection, but you've also got money and an abundance of happiness here. And then we have the house, the man, and the tree. Tree next to the man. So the house is all about your home life, all right? This is all aspects within your home. And this is about really just sort of grounding yourself within your earthly world. And here is the divine masculine. So the divine masculines can well be sorting out their home lives, all right? They could also be coming into your physical home too for the divine feminines. And this is growth. This is self-reflection. And this is what the divine masculines are also doing, all right? And it's about things blossoming, coming into fruition. Where the seeds have been planted, you're now seeing that growth. Hence the trees in my dream, hence the trees with the slow progress over here. So things are progressing, all right? So there you go. That's our energy update. So, guys, you know, I just wanted to thank you for all of your love and your support over these last 2 weeks and for understanding that I've needed time out. I also want to thank you for your kind, loving words, your support, your just everything. I've missed you guys so much, and I know it's only been 2 weeks, but I've really missed you. And you know, please reach out to me. I'm now back to work full time. I'm back on it, so I'm getting on with my readings now. And if you would like to book your own personal reading with me, please get in contact. The stuff's in the description below. And I look forward to speaking with you all. And I love you all so much. And I will be back soon. All right then. Take care, everyone. Bye.